Be very, very quiet. We're hunting bitcoins. Start the music. It is the Morning Cryptos, people, and have you ever done something right? You know, there's so much that can go wrong in life and so many things that we do on a daily basis that we don't really think too much about. And then when you learn something new, there's a moment when you're like, oh my God, I kind of get this. You know, it's that aha moment. That happened to me last night. And I'm going to tell you about what happened and what I did in just a minute. But first, we got to check the news and see what the hell's going on in the galaxy of greed and grooviness called Bitcoin. And let's hit refresh over on World Coin Index just to see what a surprise. Oh my God, Ethereum is now on the top in 24-hour volume. Interesting. Bitcoin number 2. Bitcoin Cash number 3, Ethereum Classic number 4, Litecoin number 5. And we'll see if I did something right or if I did something dumb. Let's type in Bitcoin price. Oh, 84.75. Very interesting. Bitcoin and Ether prices surged to fresh all-time highs. Oh boy, holding strong. Failed price breakdown, a boon for Bitcoin bulls. How long did it take them to figure out that headline? Bitcoin in India. Okay, I should be interested in Bitcoin in India, but right now I think I have to look and see what happened because my curiosity is getting the better of me. Because here's what I did. I was looking at this pattern on Bitcoin last night before I went to bed. And I was looking at it, and I was looking at it, and I went to the one-day chart, or from the one-hour chart. I went from the 1 day to the 1 hour chart. And on the 1 hour chart, what did we have in Bitcoin? We had a sideways trading range. And we were right about here last night. Maybe in here. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hours. So we were right about here. I'm going to see if I can draw a line. I was right about here. Okay. And I was looking at it, and I'm like, you know what? That's a sideways trading channel. Bitcoin did have a pause. It did. Look at the sideways trading channel. Let's see if I can get it small enough so you can see all of it. For the last several days, it was trading in a channel. That's unusual for Bitcoin. And I'm like, we've had a couple of dips. So some profits have come out and it's held steady. I think this thing's going to pop. I think it's going to pop. So what I did was I went down through all the other stuff I own. I looked at my Dash. Dash is looking pretty good. I think it's going to pop. Oh, it did. That popped some more. Okay, well, I don't want to sell that. Okay, let's go down to Ethereum. What's Ethereum doing? Okay. Wow, Ethereum's really starting to do a sideways channel. I went to Litecoin. And it was about 78, 79. I'm like, I'm in profit on Litecoin. So what I did, I had 13 Litecoin over at Bittrex, and good God, I hate Bittrex. I don't like it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm trying to figure out what the hell the difference is between bid and ask and how to sell something. So I essentially sold my Litecoin for Bitcoin on Bittrex because you don't have to wait, right? Because it's really all on Bittrex. It's all imaginary, right? Which is why I don't like exchanges. But I could swap my Litecoin for Bitcoin without having to wait for transaction times and without having to do any crazy shit. And I thought, well, let me pop into Bitcoin because Bitcoin moves a lot faster and a lot more than Litecoin. So that was my thinking. I hope you're still following me. And so what do I have? Right now, I have to log in. Great, okay. And then it's going to tell me that it has to send me an email and I'm going to have to edit this. Oh, well. I'm not going to make you sit through this. Okay, so the question is, all right, so I sold Litecoin for Bitcoin. So now I've got about $1,000 of Bitcoin. All that to say, my Litecoin, look at this. I don't know. I just had a feeling that it was time to take some profits in Litecoin because I've been holding for so long. And I wanted to get into Bitcoin, but I didn't want to actually risk my own money. Because Bitcoin is volatile as hell. But I got in, and it's boosted. And that feels good. All that to say, oh, geez, watch out. I'm going to have to edit the hell out of that to make it intelligent for you guys. But the whole point is, I sold Litecoin, took profits, and used the profits to buy Bitcoin at a place where it made sense. Okay? That's the whole lesson here. I didn't hurry. I took my time. I thought about it. I thought about a couple of different options. And essentially, Bitcoin has moved from 82.85 to 85.09. That's a much larger move than over on Litecoin. Just see what I mean? Litecoin has moved from 78 to 80, and I've lost out on the profit here at Litecoin between, let's say, 78 or 79 to use round numbers and 80. Okay, so $1, right? It moved $1 versus over on Bitcoin where it moved 8,200. It moved $300. See what I mean? So I used that Litecoin to leverage myself into something that has a larger profitability. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I don't know if that makes sense. And I want to keep this short today because I went so deep yesterday. And what happens is this is something, and it's a trance state, essentially, when you're really fascinated by something or curious about something, it suspends time. And I went deep yesterday. I did 45 minutes. And you guys are watching that? I think I'm impressed with you guys. But we're learning here. And isn't it cool to be able to learn this with someone who's not bullshitting you or trying to sell you shit? You know, to me, I want a teacher who wants to teach, right? And I want to learn what I need to learn when I want to learn it. And I'm hoping to provide that for you guys. But also, I'm teaching myself, and this is really the greatest skill that anyone can have. Not that I'm great, but it's like this ability to teach yourself and to learn is the key to success in the modern world, because we are being forced to learn some new things. We are being forced by just the world, by change, just the way climate change, we're forcing a change on the biosphere, right? So the thing is, we have to be able to adapt, and we have to do it faster and faster because we are running out of time. And I mean that in a healthy way. None of us are going to walk out of here alive. We all have a limited amount of time on this planet. How many Thanksgivings have you seen? This was my 57th Thanksgiving. And I think Bitcoin's going for 10. And I wanted to have some, but I only wanted to have some if I could get in at a place where it made sense. And here's why it makes sense to have a sideways channel. When you have a sideways channel, you're developing price lock-in or price familiarity. So earlier, when Bitcoin was here, it had just made a bunch of moves, and I knew a pullback was imminent because we always have pullbacks. And by giving Bitcoin a chance to have 1, 2, kind of 3 pullbacks, it's like, okay, I think the pullbacks are done. We have some price solidity here. It's solidified. It's kind of gotten used to this new price, and it hasn't crashed. That to me is support. That's like, okay, that's a platform that I can launch off of, right? If you're going to dive into the pool, you want your diving board to be secure, at least on one end, right? So that's what we're hoping to do. All right, so this is kind of a diving board. Think of it that way. And that's what I'm looking for to get in. I never would buy it right now because it's lifting. You don't want to do that. That's what the newbies do. That's what the people who are new to the market will do. They will chase it. It's called chasing the market or chasing a rising market. And it is evidence of something called FOMO, or fear of missing out. And we all have it as humans. It's like, oh, really? Oh, I better do that. That's how most purchases are made. Someone says, well, tomorrow the price goes up, or it's Black Friday, special price, so it motivates your unconscious mind. And remember, people, this is the hypnosis of money. And if you stick around, you're going to learn how your brain works in a way that's going to help you to make money and to keep money and to grow your money. That's my intention for you guys, because that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm working on. And I figured, I know all this stuff. I might as well apply it. And now I have a laboratory to do it. So with all that blah, blah, and hopefully I'll edit out the boring parts. Let's see what we have going on with, I want to check out Bitcoin Cash. And I'm going to grind through them really quickly. I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to get you out of here in 15 or 20 minutes if it's not already 15 or 20 minutes. Okay, so Bitcoin Cash is now at a little consolidation point. And just see, we have a little consolidation point. See the line I drew? It came down to this line. And now it's kind of doing a sideways thing. You might want to pick yourself up some Bitcoin Cash. I think that's a good stage. I think Bitcoin Cash is literally going to give Bitcoin a run for its money. I think they're going to be competing, and I don't know which one's going to win. So I kind of want to have a little money on each horse, and that may be a newbie mistake, but they don't work opposite. They do not work opposite. At first we thought that if Bitcoin went up, Bitcoin Cash would go down. But it's now enough time so Bitcoin Cash is its own individual identity. And so keeping an eye on that. That might be a buy signal stirring. I would like it to maybe come back some more. I'd like to get back in down here. See if it'll make a retracement. Which is where, this was my other big success from this past week, is I got into Bitcoin Cash right here, right before it lifted. To me, that kind of timing, it's like it's better than sex, people. I don't know how to describe it, particularly when you've been studying this and kind of getting into position and going, okay, if this happens, I'm going to try this. If that happens, I'm going to try that. And you suddenly know, oh, I could do this right now. Boom. And you're going to make mistakes too, and I will make mistakes, but sometimes it feels good to get it right. Bitcoin Gold is showing a little sideways pattern. You could call it a bullish flag. I think this one's going to pop. I don't know if I want it, and I don't know if it's something. I don't know if it's something I want long term. But this might be a place to get in and get out. Or you might want to get a little. I don't have any yet. But that was the other idea. If I took profit from my Litecoin into Bitcoin on Bittrex, I can buy some of this other stuff a lot easier than waiting for it to show up in my Exodus wallet. So this is me kind of taking my next step. And you may not be ready for this, but I want you guys to watch. If you are somewhat new, I want you to watch and just see and hang in with me, because you're going to learn how to do this as I'm learning how to do it. Let me go first. I'll make the dumbass mistakes, and I'll show you the dumb things that I've done, and you can learn from them and avoid them, hopefully. Or if I do something smart, you can see what I'm doing. And here on Dash, I actually did something smart. I've been holding it for a while. I got in back in August, I think. Where's my... I can't do it on the 1 hour chart. That's silly. Duh. All right. So where was August? August, I got in here in Dash. Okay. And it's been a waiting game. It boosted. I did not take profits. And then it came back. And I was like, oh, I should have took profits. And then it boosted again. I did not take profits. And then it started kind of a long, slow decline. Right? And then it boosted. And it has come back and hit support. And has boosted again. And holy crap. I more than doubled my money. Holy crap. Where else can you do that, people? Now, it may come back to this support, but I also know about the project. I know about Dash. Good fucking project. Right? Stuff can happen anywhere, and there's no guarantees. And if all of the money in my Exodus wallet disappears tomorrow, I'm still going to be okay. Because I didn't bet my house, right? Because I rent. Why do I rent? I rent because I don't own a house. I don't own a house because you have to be part of the establishment to own a house, right? You have to jump through their hoops. And when you own a house, I just want to drop this in. You may or may not agree with me, but one of the reasons in the United States that home ownership is encouraged and mortgages are easy-ish to get and interest rates are so low is because if you own a house, you will pay your taxes. Because if you don't pay your taxes, they will take your house and you will lose everything. So they use that fear on homeowners. And so by renting, I don't have that pressure and I have the freedom to go, you know what, I'm going to try this new thing. And I don't have, well, I got to make the mortgage payment. Well, I have to make the rent payment. However, the point is, we live in a society where you and I mean, here's what I'm trying to say about real estate. It's not liquid. If you buy a house, you can't sell it right away. You put your money in it, it's tied up, it's committed. Here, you can actually make the same kind of money that you might have made buying a house and holding it for 30 years, but you can do that in a much shorter time frame. That's what I'm trying to say. You could take profits from here and put it into gold and silver. You could take profits from here and put it into real estate. You could take profits from here and invest it in a business. This is a place where you can build capital. That's what I'm trying to say. I finally got it out. Sorry, it really is pretty early. I just kicked out of bed. It's 7:30 right now on a Saturday. I'm up on a Saturday, people. How many of you guys are sleeping in because you're depressed because you have a job that you hate, right? This is the key to your cage, people. That's what I've been trying to say. But you got to learn how to do it. And now it's time to put in the time to learn how to do this. All right, enough of my preaching. Brothers and sisters, let's grind through some of these really quickly. EOS, consolidation spot, keep an eye on it. I almost bought more EOS last night, but I decided to buy Bitcoin instead. Ethereum, serious boost in Ethereum. Glad I didn't take profits there. I was like, where should I take some profits? And it felt to me like Litecoin is my place to put profits and to take profits when necessary because it doesn't move as much as the others, and I want to benefit from the volatility. That's what I've been trying to say. I'm going to skip IOTA for now because I don't have any. You can check it out. Litecoin is up, and I still have some in my Exodus wallet, but I sold my 13 over on Bittrex. And I got a decent profit. Neo, keep an eye on Neo. Neo's definitely doing something. It came back to its previous resistance, which is now support. So it might start doing something. Keep an eye on Neo. Omise Go. Looks like we're about to get a move here. It looks like the going down might be going up now. So that's good. Got some when we say go. Quantum. And this is interesting. I was like, should I take some profits in Quantum? No, I decided not to. And it looks like it wants to move some more. I really am looking at 30 for Quantum. I think when it gets to 30, that would be a good profit place, and I might take a little sooner. We'll see. Monero is looking sweet up here, testing its top. Oh, excuse me. I think Monero could go to 200, but it might also consolidate here for a while. I would actually prefer it if it consolidated. And you guys know why I would prefer it if it consolidated. Let's go back to Monero real quick. I'll show you why. Because these sideways trading ranges, people, if you haven't gotten anything from me other than that, that could make you a fortune, right? This is how I look to get in. When I see one of these on the 1-day chart, and I will also use them on a 1-hour chart, but you have to, a 1-day chart, it's much better to have a sideways trading range because the rest of the people get bored. The news goes away. Sideways trading channel is boring. That's when you can make the most money. Get in and boom, you could then get out with a profit and then look around for another one and get in. If you want to be active. If you just want to hold, you'll probably make more money than us trading types. But you have to hold. You got to buy low, right? You got to buy low, sell high. We try to buy the dips, or at least catch the momentum just before it pops. All right, so you have a little less risk and a little more upside potential. All right, so this is Ripple. I'm keeping an eye on it for a friend of mine. I don't know if it's an entry point or not. I don't know this coin very well, but I'm keeping an eye on it. Okay, that's it for now. That's all you get. That's all you get. I'm trying to get you out of here fast, but I love you people, and I really appreciate you showing up every day, because 80% of success is showing up. Woody Allen said that, and I think he was really right. And regardless of whether you like his movies or not, when someone says something smart, sometimes it's a good idea to listen and apply it to your life. And so Bitcoin is going for 9. And I would be willing to bet it goes for 9 today. And so I'm in. I've got some. And I've got it on the exchange. So hopefully the exchange will stay in business. And I do not like this. I think I really would prefer to use my Exodus wallet. But here you do have more control. In Bittrex, you can literally say what price you want, and you can wait till you get it. But that's something I'm learning. But you don't have to know all that to make money. And that's, again, I'll want to leave you with this point. You don't have to know all this to make money. But you have to know how to get in and when to get in. And you can time your stuff over at Coinbase. And let me see if I can go to Coinbase before they close me out. Oh, I actually have $100 of Bitcoin over at Coinbase. Interesting. Okay, so at Coinbase to buy and sell. Oh yeah, they're gonna make me log in again. I'm gonna have to edit. Oh no, they're not. You just buy. You say how much you want, and you can do it in US dollars, which is easy for me. You can just type in I want $100, and it'll convert it for you. And you choose your checking account or a credit card. You know, make sure you're buying the right thing. I have bought Ethereum when I thought I was buying Litecoin, and I bought Litecoin when I thought I was buying Ethereum. And the thing is, when you buy here, just like on Bittrex, they're holding your keys. So you want to be aware of that. You don't want to have $1 million over here. You don't want to have a ton, but you can have some, and you can trade right here on Coinbase. You can look at their charts, and you can make your decisions, and you go, wow, Litecoin's in a dip, or Ethereum's in a dip. I want to get some, and you can get some instantly and get your price. It's very simple And you can do it there. You don't have to do the fancy thing. In Exodus Wallet, you know, this portfolio, $7,319 today, that was only $4,000 a couple of weeks ago, right? And it could go back to $4,000. You have to be prepared for that. But it's really easy to exchange in the Exodus wallet. You tell it what you want, blah, 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 blah. And sometimes things aren't available. Like I could sell my Bitcoin Cash, exchange it for Ethereum, right? Whatever you want. It's easy to do. And it's, you know, so I love the Exodus wallet. The user experience is fabulous. That's it for today. I just want you guys to know that you can do this. You can learn this. And if you're new, just start paying attention. Go to YouTube, type in Bitcoin, and watch some of those documentaries. All right, get the grounding in your internal world that this is the future, so that you're not tentative, so that you're not scared, so you know, okay, this is here to stay, and it really is, people. We are early enough so that it is awesome and it's filled with liquidity. And there you have lots of choices, and it's moving, and it's still volatile, and there's still people learning how to do it, and you can learn how to do it. Do not spend a lot of money on a course, right? Because you can teach yourself, and there are those of us who are willing to share because it helps us, and it's a win-win at this moment. And I'm getting paid in my trading, so you don't have to pay me. Do you know what I mean? So some guy that's wants to sell you a course for $1,000 on how to do this, please don't do that. Those are the marketers, and I've spent thousands on those courses, and I've spent thousands to learn how to do that, and ultimately I find it repugnant because I love this, and this way I don't have to ask you for money, and I don't have to manipulate you or hypnotize you to give me money. Right? Which is what most advertising and marketing is. And I'm not saying that's bad. However, this is your time. This is something you need to learn how to manage right now. You can't wait. It's time, right? That's my hypnosis, right? That's what I'm trying to get you to do, is to take yourself seriously, take your financial world seriously enough so that you can actually profit. Roll up your sleeves, people. It's time to get to work. Let's do this, all right? That's it for today. My name is Mark Shepard. This has been the Morning Cryptos. If you're a man and you want to be a better man, check out my Better Man project. If you love music with good words and actual musicians playing actual instruments, check out my music. And I love you guys. I appreciate your attention and your time very much, and I hope I have made it worth your while. And I will see you on Monday. This is Saturday, November 25th. This has been day number 118 of my 90-day challenge to go deep into the rabbit hole of Bitcoin and the altcoins, cryptocurrencies, and to see if I can profit so that I can fund my next music project and maybe even become a freer person and a better man in the process. So thanks so much. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your holiday weekend. If you're in the U.S., if you're not in the U.S., enjoy the fact that you might actually be freer than the people in the land of the free, because we got a lot of rules over here, people, and a lot of people who are being tired of told what to do all the time, and who are tired of giving all their money to the government for taxes that then get wasted and turned into military excursions overseas that we did not want. And we are a peaceful people. Live long and prosper. I love you guys. Enough of the stuff. I've got to stop talking, but I love this, and I love you. Out of here. Peace. Boom. Start the music.